Hey cousins, in this video I'll show you how to create a color coding system, how to color code your notes, and how to study your notes too.
Look out for some fire tips.
Everybody, Kev, everybody.
Everybody on the channel is our cousin, right?
Yes.
Hey cousins.
Grab pen and paper and feel free to pause or even rewind the video whenever you need to.
Let me do this part.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
And as always, if you're here, you're interested. So, let's get into it.
Now, before we get started, make sure to remove any distractions, and that means no electronic devices, please. Remember that not all tips work for all people, but this video is to help you out with a method that you may not have known about or tried just yet. Dedicate about 15 minutes of undivided attention to the lesson. Remember in the first video when I explained to you why highlighting, underlining, and rereading didn't work? I want to revisit those for you. The reason is because most people don't know how to do those things properly. A good system is how you make those things work to your advantage. Everything in life that has been repeated successfully has been part of a system. So first, let's talk about why you may want to implement a note-taking and color coding system. Why color code? Color coding helps you stay organized. Staying organized helps you work faster and more efficiently. You can move quickly through tasks that you don't really want to do.
Having a system helps you take your time back so you can do more things that you love.
Why color code your notes? Color coding your notes is going to give you a big advantage for studying when using those same notes later on. It's also going to speed up the learning process for you.
Color coding makes you think.
And thinking about what you're doing instead of just mindlessly doing it is the secret to remembering more. Why color code your notes? You want to take notes because for most people, no matter how good your memory is, you're not going to remember everything that you hear or read. You know you need to take notes because, well, they're a good study aid, and it's a good habit to have, right? You know, good study habits help you make good grades.
Taking notes can be very boring, but it's like a cheat code if you do it right.
Color coding your notes makes it quick and easy for you to go back to key elements you might be looking for while you're studying. Color coding your notes helps you spend less time trying to figure things out, like what page or paragraph or passage a piece of key information was in.
We like to work smart, not hard.
When you think about things you read and hear, most of them have the same structure. So your color coding system should be built based off of that structure. Let's show them what we mean.
Okay, now let's take a look at the system that we use.
Remember that your system will have a few changes in it based on the topic and subject that you're taking notes on, and that's okay. But try to stick as closely to your main system as you can. Consider getting some erasable gel ink pens and erasable highlighters. I love the pens.
I love the highlight.
The links are in the description box below the video for you. Okay, always hand write your notes. The only time your notes should be typed out is if you have to turn them in with an assignment. But they shall only be typed from the handwritten version of your notes.
And please don't write in your textbooks.
Remember, this is a system that's being used on your handwritten notes. Now, let's take a look at the system that both my son and I use. Here are our top 10 tips. Use the same system all school year long. Use the same or as close to the same system all school year. The consistency is going to help you in the long run more than you could possibly understand right now. Keep your notes organized by keeping individual subjects in the same color notebooks and folders. Have a system for each subject.
Here's what I'm using this year. Red for math, orange for history, yellow for social studies, green for science, blue for language arts or foreign languages, black for specials like art or music, and white for technology.
When you take notes, think about this question or even ask a teacher.
Is there any specific information that I need to focus on as I take notes?
Then color code what you can while you're taking notes and finish the rest when you review your notes later that day. Emphasis on that same day.
It's definitely best to do it while it's still fresh in your mind.
So this is the color coding system that you use for taking your notes. You want to answer the questions who, what. You want to write down things like vocabulary terms, where and when. You want to answer the question why and how. If you have any questions while you're reading, there's also some different things you're going to do to either put a box around those questions from a piece of text that might have been passed out in a handout. If you are writing notes and you have a question, you might want to write it down in red. Or if you actually read a text and you find the answer to it, you might want to underline it in red. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. Here's an example of what that might look like as it relates to a subject and how you might highlight it.
Feel free to take a screenshot.
Or just get it from the free PDF.
Is that in the description box too?
Yes.
Comment below and let us know what color or option you will use for math variables. Add your color coding system to a note card or a sticky note and put it with each folder.
And each set of notes. This is a good idea since the system can change a little bit between different topics and subjects. And repetition helps you remember. So you want to do this in the beginning over and over and over again. Think of any recurring themes, ideas, or topics that pop up as you move through the text or the lesson, because that's going to help you understand what to focus on while you're taking your notes. For instance, if you're reading something and you're reading the same character name or location name over and over and over again, that may be an indication that you need to take note of that person or that place.
Always take note of things you don't understand or have a question about.
That way, when you get a chance, you can go back and find the answer to the question that you had so that you can gain a better understanding. There's nothing worse than having a question about something that you don't understand and then forgetting to get the answer.
And then having a test on it.
I agree. That actually might be even worse. Set yourself up for success, not failure. Reread your notes and color code anything that was missed. If you have time during class, do this step at school while the information is still fresh.
You might even be able to get a little bit of help from your teacher.
The next tip is do not worry about style errors. Your notes are for your personal use. Listen, just making sure that the biggest thing that matters is that you can read and understand the information later. So, don't worry about following proper grammar or spelling rules too strictly. However, if you do need to share your notes with someone else or turn them in with your work, you will want to review and possibly rewrite them later. But initially, don't be so focused on that. Focus on getting the information down.
This video has been brought to you by me and my mom. Chrissy Pips.
Really, Kevin? Comment below and let us know of any suggestions that you think we should add to this video.
Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.
Please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on what's next. And always...
Can I do this part too?
No, you know what? That's my favorite part. So cousins, we hope you're having an absolutely amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.